What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Sneaker Fox Sneaker Watch. It is your boy TKO, aka Sneaker Fox, aka TKO. As I told y'all, we are doing things a little different with Sneaker Fox Sneaker Watch. Once a week, I will have a specially invited guest who's going to also review the sneaker with me. So it's not just me you're seeing all the time. We're going to have some guests. And today, I have a gorgeous guest with us today. I have Key. What's going on, Key?
Hi, what's going on, y'all?
Go ahead, introduce yourself. Let them know what you do, what you're about, where they can find you.
Of course. Well, I'm Key. I am an entrepreneur, a content creator, and I'm also a YouTuber. Right now, I have 2 startup businesses that I am working on, a beauty business and a clothing business. You can find me on Instagram at Who's She It's Key. That's WHOSSHE_ITSKYE. My clothing line, the acronym is PISO. It's because I am a Pisces. It means put yourself on. So currently I have this jacket here with the logo. It's such a cute jacket. It's one of my favorites. It's like good for the winter, good for the summer as well because it's lightweight, but you also get these super long ruffled sleeves, and plus it's cute.
Okay.
And my lash business is called J'adore Nikki Beauty. Well, not lash business, but beauty business. It's called J'adore Nikki Beauty. And you can find that on Instagram at JNB or shop JNB. I'm not sure. I gotta look. But yeah, so those are 2 things that I'm currently doing in Atlanta right now. And if you want to follow me on my journey or, F with me heavy, then please do. I love the love.
Dope. So what we're going to do today, we're looking at a sneaker that's actually dropping on July 17th. The previous review, I did the lows of the Puma Rhuigi Suede collaboration. What we're going to be looking at today is the mids. These drop July 17th. They will be on Puma.com, Footlocker.com. So I'm going to go ahead, open up the box. We're going to go ahead and talk about the sneaker real quick. Then we're going to get your feedback on the sneaker, see what you think about the sneaker. So let's go ahead and get these bad boys unboxed. Here we go. I'll take both of them out here. And this is actually the same box, just a little bigger, of the previous collaboration that dropped last month, the Puma Rhuigi Suede. So you got that old school vintage Puma box in green, as you can see. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at the sneaker. With the sneaker, what we have here, it comes with with 2 things that really stand out on the sneaker. Of course, the Fat Boy laces with this plaid design, which is super dope. And then also the vintage worn soles, midsoles. As you can see, these look worn and vintage, so I like that look. If you follow Rhuigi and Rhude, that's something that he likes to do a lot, is give his clothing that vintage worn look. And the upper is a leather material. I'm not too happy about the leather material on this. I'm kind of disappointed. Usually Puma comes with it when it comes with the leather. Still a dope looking sneaker. You can wear these for a night out, some shorts or whatever. So it's a dope sneaker to me, but I'm just not too happy about the pleather that they use on this. I'm disappointed about that quality. It does come with some off-white laces as well, but for these, I'm definitely going to keep the plaid Fat Boy laces in here, of course. They definitely look much better. Like I said, it's got that worn vintage sole, as you can see, and also on the bottom here, the outsole. And on the insole, it has the branding. Take the insole out so y'all can see the branding on there as well. You got the Puma logo, and then you also have the Rhuigi design in there as well. And on the tongue, they're going to do the branding with the collaboration on the tongue. On the tongue, we have the Puma logo as well, and then Rhuigi. So overall, like I said, the only thing that really disappoints me about this sneaker is the material. I wish they had used real leather on this instead of that synthetic, fake leather. Besides that, like I said, I do like the vintage worn midsole and the Fat Boy tongue. So what's your feedback on that, Key? What you think about these sneakers?
Well, while holding it in my hand, it is believe they're known for heavier shoes. So maybe they tried to go for like a different look or like a different feel for this lighter weight shoe. In my opinion, I would say that this is more of a men's shoe rather than a women's shoe. But I'm simply saying that because of the
Fat boy laces. You gotta call them fat boy laces.
I'm simply saying that because of that.
You wouldn't rock them with a nice, dress, whatever?
Well, so is this a low top?
Oh, this is a mid.
This is a mid,
Yeah.
okay. So what I would rock with a skirt is either a low top or a high top.
Okay.
Because you need the differentiation in, kind of like in height. You want your clothing to be layered in different heights.
Okay.
But I would definitely say that if I had, like maybe if I was rocking, let's say like a Puma dress, you know how they have those little sweater dresses?
Right.
I would opt for a shoe like this, a
Okay,
mid-size,
dope.
because it just feels better, it looks better, and it's not too bulky with the dress as like a high top, or it's not too like dressed down or really not knowing how you're dressing with a low top. It's mid, especially if it comes to like the knee.
Okay.
Or like one of their long. I love it.
Okay.
But let me see. I love the vintage look of this. It actually reminds me of the mixed media that everybody's doing right now. Maybe that's where they're getting this mixed media. I honestly love that because I feel like we need variety in shoes, women and men alike. I guess for maybe I would want a different build. I'm not too fond of canvas.
Okay.
If that makes sense. They remind me of the Nike Blazers, actually. I guess it's just the mid-size of it, though.
Right.
But, your question.
Okay. So what do you like about them, and what's your favorite part of the sneaker?
My favorite part of this sneaker... My favorite part of this sneaker would definitely have to be...
The midsole.
The midsole.
Yeah.
And it would have to be the shoestrings. I love
the
that.
shoestrings are dope, that fat boy.
Right?
It kind of makes it like stand out.
It does.
It's a black shoe and it gives it a pop.
Exactly. So it definitely gives it like a fashionable look.
Right.
And I just love the color of it as well. It just reminds me of like school in a sense.
Have you heard of the clothing line Rhude?
Rhude?
It's really killing it. He's based out of LA, but it's a clothing line. He's really killing it. The head designer, founder, his name is Rhuigi.
Mm-hmm.
You probably seen Jay-Z wearing it a lot. Those hats and it says like Rhude on there, R-H-U-D-E.
Okay.
Yeah, you've been seeing him wear that a lot.
Okay, I've seen that.
Yeah. So this is actually, he did a collaboration with Puma.
With Puma?
Yeah, so this is his collaboration.
Really?
And his name is Rhuigi. And that's what he does is he takes a lot of, like, these are his shoes too that he designed. And you see how it gives like that vintage look to the midsole.
I love it, yeah.
But that's his style, his signature style. But yeah,
very
I definitely
nice.
feel you on that midsole.
Yeah.
So what don't you like about the sneaker?
What don't I like about the sneaker? Personally, I'm not necessarily a fan of. I guess I really don't like this part, which makes it the mid-size. So what is this?
This little part right here.
Exactly,
Okay, by the ankle, yeah.
Right. I guess if it was cut off, it'll be a low top, or maybe I feel like just to keep the shoe at like a good color scheme, they could have made this tan as well. Just to make it,
match the midsole.
right, just to make it a little different, and it'll also make it easier to wear with multiple clothing, or colors. Because I feel like you can probably only wear this with like your basics unless you really know how to put color to your outfits and you're
Would you
able
wear
to.
this in color? Or would you just stay with black and white?
I would definitely wear these in color.
You would rock this with color?
I would rock this with color.
Okay. What type of color would you rock with this?
I would say I would probably go for an orange because the brown. I would probably go for, I think something, I want to say baby blue, but I'm kind of going to stick towards my oranges and reds because they're in the warmer family. And you still have this color. Like, you can't get rid of this. You can get rid of these, but this color's going to always be there. Yeah.
Okay. Now, out of 10, what would you score these sneakers out of 10?
Out of 10 for out of 10, if a woman was going to wear them, I would score them a 7.
7. Okay. And men?
Out of 10, if a man was going to wear them, I would score it at 8.5.
8.5.
I would score it at 8.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I give these sneakers a 7 out of 10. The reason being that I give these a 7 out of 10 is, like I said, I'm very, very unhappy about this synthetic leather. With Puma, I'm used to quality leather, and I don't know what happened in the factory,
Right.
but why they decided to go with the synthetic leather. But that's why I give it a 7 out of 10. I love the laces, the fat boy laces with the plaid. It's definitely dope. And like I said, the midsole, that's definitely dope. But like I said, Puma, the material on these, definitely upset about that. So, especially when it comes to a high fashion designer like Rhuigi, I'm not sure what they came with this leather. So, what sneaker would you compare this to? Like, what sneaker out there in the market do you kind of think these are similar to?
I think the color scheme and the build of the shoe, because it's a very simple build, going off like black and then this here, it actually reminds me of those Rick Owens, those Rick Owens shoes that everyone's wearing, except those are like more high top.
Up to here.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
high,
But the color scheme is just like it. I mean, like, actually viewing it really, really quickly, it would look like,
Right.
if you would view it quickly. But I also feel like they're like Nike Blazers.
Yeah.
I do. It looks like a Nike Blazer.
Yeah.
Even this over here, like the Puma sign and the way that it's coming into the toe of the shoe, looks like something that Nike would do.
Right. Yeah, they both dropped around the same time. These dropped around like in the 80s, like the mids. So, and then the Blazers is a sneaker that goes back to the 80s too.
Right.
So that's definitely the 80s
That
vibe and
look,
style.
okay.
So that's definitely that style. So what about you? What sneakers do you have in your closet right now? Are you a sneakerhead? Do you like sneakers?
I do like sneakers. I definitely am someone who switches up my fashion, who can do 2 things at one time. Who can do like 2 things at, one time. I could be this today, I could be this, another day. Which is another reason why I have Midsole as well, because it's actually a unisex clothing.
Okay.
Our clothing or our choices should never define us. But speaking off of what shoes I have, I went on a super duper huge binge this year. Oh my gosh, I started using GOAT. Are you familiar with GOAT? I started using GOAT and I just kept ordering shoes. So right now I have some Air Jordans. And they're like one of my favorite Air Jordan ever. I'm not necessarily sure the name. I wish I knew the name. But they are green, white, and red. So all of your primary colors, they can go with anything. And then on top of that, it's like it gives it a very street vibe with how you can switch the shoelaces.
Right.
And it's limited edition. The other shoes that I have in my closet that I absolutely love are my Puma Creepers.
Okay.
I love my Puma Creepers.
Those are the one that got the thicker kind of
Yes,
sole.
those are the ones who have the lug sole, but on top of the lug sole, it has also like a midsole, so it's kind of like it heightens you.
Right.
But I have those in like this army green color.
Okay.
The quality is amazing because Rihanna was over Fenty Puma, so I really got some Fenty Puma Creepers.
Right.
Let me see, and then I think I only have 1 pair of off-whites, but I really want another pair so bad. But the off-whites that I have are the off-whites mixed medias, and they are this, it looks like an Air Force One, it looks like a high-top Air Force One, but the way that they're built is just, it feels really good on the foot, but honestly, the sad thing about them is I cannot walk in them for long, because to me, luxury shoes are built with very sustainable, products, or very sustainable, I need a word.
They're not built to stay in like the whole day.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of like, because it's high end, it's not something where you're supposed to wear.
Exactly. They're built heart body. That's what I'm going to say. So it has like this very, very hard sole, and the color is, the sole of it is actually like a purple, and it's also a baby blue, and it has like this kind of thing that looks like a basketball court and like a tennis court, that type of a hatchet on it, and it has this very, very neon bright white thing, that orange, that says Virgil Abloh, and like, you know, made in and stuff like that, and it's very, very nice. I love the detail of that shoe, and because
like
it's
that
rainbow.
grocery tag.
And it also has the grocery tag on the side. It has two, like a clothing tag on the front, like it's stapled, and then it has the infamous
pool tag.
Exactly. And so yes, I love those shoes with all my heart, and I love the fact that he did that. That he put that little grocery tag there to like differentiate from his brand to other brands.
So what sneakers right now you got saved? You know, your favorites. Or are you taking a screenshot? Is there a sneaker that you really got your eye on right now that you're looking at getting?
It is. It is. It really is, and I wish it came in more colors, honestly. But it's an off-white shoe. It's an off-white shoe. I got off-white. But it's going to be the off-white for walking, or for walking or out of office. So they have two different names. I'm not sure if it's two different shoes, but I believe they just one shoe or one style, and they have two different names. They run you about, let me see, they're probably about $500 to $600. You might like end up spending like $630 on the whole shoe, but it's so nice, and they're like neutral. They can go with anything, and then the street style, like it has for walking written on the side of the shoe, so you can wear it with anything, a skirt, a dress, you know, dress down, dress up. So I really like those.
Have you seen the new off-white dunks that you getting ready to drop?
Oh yes,
I
do love the dunks. I really do. Now, to me, aren't they a skater shoe or?
Yeah, dunks are more of a skater shoe.
Because they're like big and
like
fluffy.
thick, especially like the sides that's supposed to be thick.
And they have like the little ties around them and stuff, or the little bungee cord.
Right. So I know he's dropping those soon. You like those that are coming?
I do like those. But see, I'm not much of a skater.
Right.
I wouldn't want to take their shoes from them.
Well, you don't, someone else will.
I mean, they might be a skater.
Yeah, someone else will.
Cultural appropriation. Shoe appropriation.
So let them know where they can find you, where they can buy your clothing, where they can set up an appointment to come get your beauty expertise.
Yes,
let them know.
Awesome. So you can find my clothing on Put Yourself on Instagram. Put Yourself on Unisex Apparel. You can also find my personal page at Who's She _It's Key, so WHOSSHE_ITSKYE. That's personal. And then my beauty page for my business is shopjnb at Instagram.com.
I definitely appreciate you joining us today. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in. And remember, these Puma Suede Rhuigi Mids actually drop July 17th on Puma.com and Footlocker.com. So if you're liking them, make sure you log in and talk. Appreciate y'all tuning in to Sneaker Fox, Sneaker Watch. We out.